Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you for clicking. This is episode 5 on a 6-bedroom house that we are putting up for Mr. Isaac and Madam Joy. So in your view is a beautiful 3D representation of the 6-bedroom house. It has 2 carport garage. One is closed, one is an open garage. Okay, it comes with a hidden roof. Remember, I told you hidden roofs are more cheaper compared to the pitched roof or perhaps the open roof that I usually call it before. Okay, or hip roof or pitched roof. Okay, so as you can see, this is a hidden roof sloping to the back only. It has a rain gutter at the back, so it shouldn't be too much of an iron rods. Compare that to my roofing, you see that I had a 360 rain gutter. You understand? And for me, I prefer to have a 360 rain gutter than to have it sloping to one side. Okay, based on the design of the architecture, the kind of mindset they have. Every architect has a kind of a mindset, that generate the basis of their architectural design. So you can see the diamond shape, as I did mention last time. This is very easy to construct. In my reference to episode 4, I was saying that in recent time you would have architect design something crazy. You understand? And most of them, they are not even able to execute. In your view is the total breakdown of the estimate. Okay, the total cost has been shown is $71,024. Okay, yes. As of now, we are being paid for phase 1 of the project. All right. So welcome back to Dawenya. This is Dawenya. In episode 4, actually some of the videos actually skipped me. I was supposed to show this video before episode 4's video. Okay, so pardon me. Right after the footings work and then the bitumen waterproof coating painted along the peripheral, some people prefer to do it both on the inside and then the outside. This bitumen waterproof coating is to reduce the capillary action that takes place due to the salt content in the soil. Are you with me? And therefore it starts increasing the dampness on your structure due to time. Over the period of time, you will see that your building or the paint or the mortar is peeling off. You understand? And therefore, it's better to start treating this dampness right from the foundation. And that is why we have to, lay the DPM in the trench of the foundation prior to casting. And then casting of the concrete also, we have to use waterproof cement, which contains anti-salt that neutralizes the capillary action or perhaps the salt content in the soil. And then once we are done, we have to paint the entire peripheral with the bitumen. Are you with me? Yes. In some cases, if the client is ready to, spend extra money, we have to do plastering of the entire footings all the way to the inside of the trench or perhaps the foundation. We have to do complete plastering before we even paint it with the bitumen. Okay, that is another way of eradicating the the capillary or perhaps the dampness from rising. Okay, so that is just a few tutorial for you. Now in your view, right after the footing block work, laterite filling is done, and so we have to pour water to make the laterite settle down before we can do our overside casting. Without that, there's going to be a problem. Some people will just leave it for some time, maybe a year or thereafter, and so therefore you will have subsequent rains pour on it and then it will compact properly before you can do your oversight. In our case, this is a contract, and we've given our client a certain period of time so we can finish, and therefore we have to move faster. So pouring water on it, yes, is the norm. you have to pour water. Make sure there's enough water that you pour on it. And this also causes your estimate to balloon a little bit, because you will need, that tank is almost about 10,000 liters. Probably you need about 5 of them. Are you with me? Yes. Make sure there's enough water right in there. There's enough water. Okay, enough water. You see what he's doing? Yes, all those edges, they're going to dig around it and ensure that the water goes everywhere. Why is he doing that? Such that the water can go underneath the footings so that it will pull the soil down. Once it does, then you'll see that some places will go. You see this, it will start cracking and then it will settle down properly. And then we'll have to top it up. Once we top it up, then the compactor will come, compact it completely. Then I guess we are ready. See, it is settling down completely. You understand? We have to pour much water, a lot of water. So imagine that tank is going for about 600 Ghana cedis. Oh yes, for that 10,000 or 5,000 liters. Are you with me? And so pouring about 6 or 5 here is going to cost you a lot of money. That's why I always tell people, if there's a means, we get a borehole done. Once we get a borehole, you save yourself a lot of money. Are you with me? So this is the front view. Okay, yes, everything done according to the plan. Are you with me? This is one of the simplest design we have actually encountered. Very simple and unique. Okay, this is the diamond shape area. Okay, so all here inside is going to be a spiral staircase within. Are you with me? Yes, this is a spiral staircase. I think there's a final work that needs to be done. There's a platform along the diamond shape which Steven is going to do, because that one is not part of the foundation. It's going to come afterwards. Yeah, so after the diamond shape platform there, so here it's going to chamfer. So the diamond glass is going to sit over from here all the way to this side. Are you with me? This is where it will end. Yes, so from here going, all you have your electrical room. Okay, yes, and then it will proceed all the way through the corridor and heading straight to the carport. Are you with me? That's the gym right over there. Are you with me? So everything done perfectly. Okay, everything done perfectly. Myself, the way I scrutinize drawings, I have to spend the whole night with Mr. Hammond just to, modify the drawing on the very day we received, I think a day before our construction. You understand? We have to modify it. Are you with me? And for me, that is my joy. I believe that, when you see something and it's not pleasant to you, you draw the client attention. Not every client is well abreast when it comes to drawing, and therefore it is always right for you to let them know that, hey, we can do some modification. Are you with me? We can do some modification. So the room sizes are quite huge. Okay, very reasonable. Everything done according to specification. For me, I don't like shortcut. We have to do everything according to what the design is saying. The design may be wrong. We have to look at it and do the correction. Okay, so this is the closed garage. Here we are trying to create a little bit of a slope. Are you with me? Yes, some people have the garage flat, but for better, how do you call it? When you say, I don't know the terminology to use, but it is always good to have a certain amount of slope when it comes to garages. Are you with me? Yes, sometimes you may want to even do a car wash right in there at the garage. That is, the water could come out easily. Are you with me? Yes. So here, as you can see, they are pouring the water and ensuring that the water goes down into the foundation. Okay, down into the foundation. So right from here, it should be ramped. Once it is ramped, then the carpenter will put the board along the peripheral, and then the plumber will come do his plumbing work. Steel bender will also do the ground beams. Some people will say, oh, we don't need ground beams. Yeah, fine. I know there are a lot of engineer people think they know too much, and they give some amount of silly comments sometimes. Once you see something, try and do your research. Why do we need a ground beam? What is the purpose of a ground beams? Are you with me? Yes. And then once you're able to understand, then you will know that, oh, okay, so this is why people are introducing ground beams in their structures. Are you with me? Yes. Don't just write any funny comments. It doesn't do anything. You're only exposing your ignorance. Are you with me? Yes. Ask when you see something, when I mention something, write it down, go Google about it, and then try to read and see if it does make sense. Okay. Yes, we are in a space where a lot of people are sharing ideas. Not all of them are correct. You have to be in the research you're doing. You need to be very sure if that is correct. Okay, make sure you're getting the right information. Okay, yeah, people are just throwing a lot of stuff out there. Be very careful. You just have to put all together and sieve the right one out of it and then move forward. Here I give you practical oriented information, something that we've tried and tested. You understand? We are not just talking. I have been in the construction industry for so long, and so we are still learning. I don't have it all. I'm still learning and making sure that at the end of the day, whoever project that I'm project monitoring is done to the best of my knowledge. Are you with me? The right iron rods, the depth of the foundation, okay, the cement ratio should be the same. Okay, there's no reducing of cement. No. It should be very rich per the ratio. Okay, yes, too much of cement also causes harm, and therefore give it the right ratio. If it is 3:1, then it's 3:1. If it's 2:1, it's 2:1. There's the ratio of sand to cement, the ratio of sand to stone and cement. You understand? That is a ratio. When it comes to mortar, you should know the ratio. If it is 4:1, some people 3.5:1, okay, or 2:1. Okay, so 2 wheelbarrows, 1 bag of cement. They want to make sure it is rich. You understand? So based on that, you should be able to monitor how many bags of cement are going. Are you with me? Yes. 60 iron rods have been used. Okay. Yes. So everything is perfect. Everything here is perfect. The only challenge we had is the rain. You know, when we are ready to do a casting, the rain pours in, and that has always been our challenge, especially here at Dawinya, and also at Ebiri Amanfrom. At Ebiri Amanfrom, we actually have to halt the entire project, you know, and wait for almost about 2 to 3 weeks before going back. You understand? So that is one aspect. Everything is okay here. Ramping taking place. You see the compactor is very heavy, very, very heavy. So this will ensure that everything has been compacted properly. Okay, done to the best of our knowledge. And then the carpenter will come, put the board along the peripheral. The plumber will do his work. Steel bender will do the ground beams. Now, ground beams, as I did mention of, okay, prevent the building from cracks. You know, when the building is setting down, buildings always settle down with time. You understand? So over the years, are you with me? Should there be any crack anywhere, this crack will not rise either from the foundation all the way up, because putting the rod in between will stop any crack from rising up from the bottom all the way to the top. You understand? And as you know, most of the cracks sometimes usually from the top. If any crack happens in the foundation, it's either a vehicle hit the foundation prior to the construction and they didn't do anything about it. Are you with me? Yes. Apart from that, as per civil code, any crack in the foundation all the way and the check and is very severe, it means that that building needs to be demolished. That is the civil code. You can Google it and see. Are you with me? Yes. So we ensure that everything conforms to the civil code and building standards. Are you with me? Yes. And also the client's money is being put into good use. You can see that the bitumen coating is very thick. It is very, very important. Some bitumen painting, if you don't do it well, when it rains, it will wash away. It means that they didn't buy the good one. Try and buy the good one. What am I saying? When you have the money, go and buy the good one and paint it properly. Paint it very well. Let it be very thick. You understand? Let it soak. Like the block is rough, so let it soak it properly. Are you with me? Yes. So the carpenter have set the gauge. This is what we call the fascia board. Fascia board. Overside fascia boarding. So the carpenter does this one with all the wire board. So the wire board we bought earlier on for the footings is gone. Only a tritrum, a piece. You can't see any piece here. Are you with me? All is a fresh board. Now the gauge is 6 inches. Okay, then the ground beams will come. Then the plumber will also come and do all the plumbing work for bathroom, the kitchen, okay, and all the rain gutters, the service line that is going up all the way to the roof. The plumber has to do all of that with pressure pipes, with interplus, quality pipes. Are you with me? Once that is done, then we put on top the entire DPM on the entire surface, also to reduce the capillary action and water dampness from rising. Then overside casting takes place, mixing it with the waterproof and anti-salt chemical. So you can imagine all the phases we are trying to tackle the dampness. Are you with me? This brings us to the end of episode 5. Look forward to episode 6, which probably will be the final episode, and hopefully we will come your way with superstructure as well. From me to you, shalom. God bless you wherever you are. Bye-bye.